was the first man on the moon? Neil Armstrong. It's a new graphic novel articulating and illustrating one of the great true life heroic allegories of our time, from small step to giant leap. And here with more is the creative duo behind the book, writer Nathan Page and illustrator Drew Shannon. Fellas, thanks for getting up early and joining us.
Good morning, George. Thanks for having us.
So we don't talk all over each other because I do it all the time. I'm just going to ask you questions one person at a time, and we'll go from there. Nathan, we'll start with you. There's been so much scholarship and a lot of cinema lately about Neil Armstrong, with the Ryan Gosling biopic, for example. Look, this guy obviously had what they called the right stuff. Was it his destiny, this vocation in aviation and aerospace from a young kid?
I don't think so. I think it was a series of life choices and decisions and experiences that led him to it. There's a story about a high school teacher that he had who used to say that, Neil used to tell me one day I'm going to go up to that moon. And Neil himself kind of refuted that. He was a bit cagey about it. He didn't want to, shoot anybody's stories down, but he just said he wanted to fly. And when he was a kid, the idea of going to a moon was so far-fetched, he couldn't even think about it. So it was really the life experience and decisions that he made along the way.
Well, that's fascinating. Now, Drew, your love of Apollo 11 extends beyond the 2D illustration into 3D Lego. Tell us about your Saturn V rocket project and what it was like to work on this project.
When Lego released a Saturn V, it was, I think, just before the 50th anniversary. And it definitely helped inform a lot of the things that were going to happen in the book, too. It gave me a familiarity with some of the inner workings of the proportions of the Saturn V, and it helps when you're drawing comics to have like a visual recall that you can just pull up without having to look at research all the time. And I think working on that project helped a bit.
Nathan, you and Drew are best known for your graphic novel series, The Montague Twins. It's a mystery-solving duo, very romantic, very risky. It's kind of that risky realm. Not unlike early space travel, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I guess the young adult books are a little bit like the unexplored terrain sometimes. You just sort of got to venture into it with your eyes wide open and hope for the best.
Drew, obviously you're a visual guy who's big on space. Me too. I can't get enough. How amped are you about this James Webb telescope being deployed and ready to explore deep space?
Oh, wow. That's actually the first time I've heard of it. I'm super excited now that I know about it. I'm currently reading Andy Weir's new book, and I'm really enjoying learning about things like relativity and distances between our galaxies and things like that. It's like I feel like I'm finally starting to be able to wrap my head around some of these bigger numbers.
Yeah, I know. Same. That's the hard part for me too. Is just trying to comprehend. It's beyond my comprehension. I think it's beyond all of our comprehension, the vastness of space. Nathan, look, we've got stars in space. We've got billionaires steering and kind of underwriting science and the spirit of exploration and discovery these days. It's kind of a new space race, isn't it, than the one that all of us grew up with?
Yeah. It's certainly a fascinating one. I just read about they're planning on having a hotel in space by potentially 2027, which is fascinating. It really seems to be opening up to, the more common man and woman being able to explore space for the first time, which is really exciting. But, I think it'll be a while before I'm able to get there yet.
Yeah, me too. I don't expect to get any invitations, and I certainly can't afford it, at least not yet. Drew, we'll end on this. What are you fellas working on next?
Well, we're currently trying to get ready the third installment of the Montague Twins book. The second one is on its way out in a couple weeks, and we're really excited about that. And so we're just trying to use that as a springboard and generate a bunch of ideas, and we think we've nailed it. So we're really excited to start diving into that together again. Awesome.
What a great way to start 2022. Nathan Page, Drew Shannon. The book's called Who Was the First Man on the Moon? Neil Armstrong, the graphic novel. Awesome stuff. Keep it up. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Have an awesome day, and we'll chat again soon, I hope.
Thanks, George.
Take care.
Good stuff.